Coming from three war-stricken nations in East Africa, Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan, my family has experienced many difficulties throughout their lifetime. I'm here today to share our experience with you about our stay in the refugee camp called Changwali. There was war in all three countries, so we had nowhere to go and no choice but to seek refuge elsewhere. As I have grown up these past 12 years, I have been told the same narrative from my older siblings, my mom and my dad, about why we came to America, how we came to our journey here, and the adjustment to the American life that we made. So my mom was from Uganda and my dad was from South Sudan, but my dad left South Sudan because of the war, and he went to Kampala, Uganda to look for more opportunities in that area. My mom and dad decided to settle down and stayed there for 2 years, hoping Joseph Kony won't come because he was a rebel who led the Lord's Resistance Army, who reigned terror over most of Central Africa and East Africa. He killed men, mutilated women, and kidnapped children and turned them into child soldiers. So you would see why they wouldn't want to stay in that area for so long. But this was around 1994 to 1996. So after I was born in 1996, my parents decided to start filling out papers to be accepted into a camp for immigration to the United States. We were accepted, and in 1997 we moved to Changwali, located in Uganda, and but that was also the year that my brother was born, which raised a lot of problems because we only had papers for 6 of us, not 7. So the dilemma here was we had to either we present them with 7 papers or we don't continue our immigration to the United States. But they were kind enough to let us continue our immigration and just add my brother's name onto the papers. Then we stayed in the refugee camp for a year, and during that time we experienced more difficulties along the way in the camp, starting with how we didn't expect it to be so like back home. We expected it to be more better, cleaner, and safer, but conditions were the same, if not worse. Conditions such as mosquitoes with malaria going around the place, dirty water to drink and take a shower with, unclean medical supplies, and we were more immune to diseases, so the fact that we couldn't have access to good health care in that camp, decent health care in that camp was kind of sad. And then it was not safe. There was a lot of gunshots throughout the night and a lot of robbers. Luckily during that year we didn't encounter anything towards my family. Food was very rationed, crowded tents, no beds, not enough meat, and mostly veggies, so you would understand why our immune system was down because we are not getting the correct amount of food in the correct amount of way. And the good thing was that everyone was generous. Everyone shared with each other. No one wanted to see another person down or left behind. So we got through it by that. Then in 1998, we left to America. We first went from Kampala, Uganda to New Amsterdam, Netherlands, to Dallas, Texas, to New York, New Jersey, to Fargo, North Dakota. And that's where we lived for the first 2 years of us being here, so 1998 to 2000. During that time, we received help from church organizations, from nonprofit organizations, from community organizations, and anyone in the community who wanted to help find my parents jobs, daycare, and help us get into schools. But we still came across difficulties as well. Then in 2000, we moved to Rochester, Minnesota, where we lived for 14 years. We had trouble getting by, but we also received help from a lot of people, a wide variety of people, and one of them is actually Bethel Lutheran Church, who is affiliated with Oxford College. And in 2009, my mom passed away. So imagine a father of 5 providing for 6 people with no college education in a country that is foreign, fairly foreign to him. Those were some pretty hard times, but we adjusted fine. We all grew up, we got jobs, we helped the family and supported ourselves as well. And now I'm in college working towards my degree. And it just goes to show you how difficult events in your life can shape how your life is today.